The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League is proudly brought to you by Hockey New Zealand in association with Sentinel Homes, Vantage Windows and Doors, Computer Concepts Limited, Sky Sport, your home for hockey, and Sport New Zealand. The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, live.
Hello and welcome to Hamilton, the Gallagher Hockey Centre for coverage of match number 10 in the 2020 Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League in the men's competition. This match between the Hauraki Mavericks and the Central Falcons. The Mavericks, a team encompassing Auckland, Waikato, Bay of Plenty, and the Central Falcons, the lower half of the North Island, from Hawke's Bay, Wellington up to Taranaki and including Manawatu. So yes, good clash this one. The Central Falcons come into this clash unbeaten. They've won all 4 of their games. They're going great. And they had an excellent win in their match yesterday over the Tridents by 3-1. They're on the maximum 16 points. They are assured of a place in the final. For the Mavericks, are in third at the moment. They need to win this game here to keep in touch with the Alpiners and keep alive their hopes of making the grand final. If they lose this game, it's going to be tough for them to qualify for Sunday's grand final. But if they can get a draw, that will at least keep them in touch with the Alpiners, who have already enjoyed a good win over the Tridents earlier today by 5-1. Yes, Glenn Lama's my name, Lincoln Churchill here, and it's going to be a tough task for the Mavericks in this clash, Lincoln, but they've got the quality players in their team to do it.
Yep, certainly no shortage of quality in their lineup. They just need to perform a bit better. Yesterday they were, as we mentioned earlier, came up very short against the Alpiners. Looks like there's a few guys back in the lineup today which might help them, which you'll go over in a moment. And it'll be just interesting to see the Falcons' approach, already being in the final. Does that mean there's no pressure whatsoever and we'll see them perform even better, or will it just mean that they're not quite needing those moments of desperation and might just take the edge off their performance? That could work in the Mavericks' favour.
Oh, let's see. Yes, the Falcons don't have a squad with lots of quantity, but boy, do they have quality, particularly up front. Stephen Jennis, Nick Wilson, Jacob Smith have all been in superb form for that team. The Mavericks, though, have really got to start cooking if they want to get going. They do welcome back Aaron Punchia into their starting lineup today. He missed yesterday's game. Missing out today is Jared Punchia, who's still injured. Jacob Suchun, Garrick Dutoy is also missing today. So good to have Aaron Punchia back in the lineup today. Max Wyndham-Smith, number 6, comes back in. And the team is captained by Nick Woods, once again number 15, who's been in great form himself. Now, this Falcons team, though, having already qualified for final, will be interesting to see. And we can tell you that one of the star players that I just mentioned is not playing today. That's number 12, Nick Wilson. He's the player rested from the squad. Other than that, it's the same team that is going to front again today. Taking a spot in the squad, number 14, is Patrick Madder. And the captain's armband is with Shea McAleese, number 7 today. He is the 4th highest capped Black Sticks player of all time. 310 games he has played for his country.
Yeah, nothing against Patrick Madder, but you'd certainly, if you're in the Mavericks' shoes, you'd much rather him than Nick Wilson playing against you. Been in very good form, Nick Wilson, for the Falcons.
Yeah, and he got on the score sheet yesterday, didn't he? 1 goal, and Jacob Smith, the other 2 against the Tridents. And that is the challenge for this Mavericks defence, is to keep those 2 quiet. And it's not going to be an easy task, that is for sure. Last time these two teams met, the Falcons won 6-2, but the Mavericks did play an entire quarter with no goalkeeper. And that score really blew out. But they were going into that last quarter 3-0 down, weren't they, in that clash? And they clawed back 2 goals in that game, but they ended up losing 6 goals to 2. So here are the 2 umpires. We've got Gareth Greenfield from Christchurch and Tim Bond from Auckland. Both have umpired internationally. Good quality of umpires in New Zealand at the moment. 4 or 5 of them have all umpired internationally, including these 2 today. So let's have a look at the Mavericks. 9 Black Sticks players in their team, including their goalkeeper Leon Hayward. The other keeper is Taylor Craigie, the 22-year-old, the under-21s New Zealand keeper from 2019. Aidan Sarakaya wearing 4 again. Max Wyndham-Smith, the 22-year-old from Waikato, he's playing today. Plays out of the North Harbour region, an under-21s player from last year. Matt Rees-Gibbs, Tim Neild once again in the midfield. Malcolm Curley, 19-year-old from Counties, he's in there again today. Marcus Child, Aaron Punchia back in there today. He'll be a welcome addition to the defensive end. Cam Haid up front for the Mavericks wearing 12. Jonty Keeney, both of those 2 chaps have played for New Zealand, as has Nick Woods, 128 games. He's playing well, isn't he, in the midfield for the Mavericks. Xander Fraser, very good stick work. He's wearing 16. Simon Child, we're still waiting, I think, to see the best from him in this competition. Shea Azwar, the under-21 Auckland captain from last year, and the team is rounded out by Campbell McLean, Daniel Punchia and Oliver McIntyre. The coach is Dean Cousins, himself a very fine Black Sticks player, 2-time Olympian. Here is the Central Falcons, the red-hot Central Falcons. Dom Dixon, one of the Black Sticks goalkeepers. Matt Van Aert is back up, under-21s keeper from last year. Mackenzie Wilcox and Benedict Van Workum, 2 hard-working players. Jordan Cohen, Sean Finlay, probably along with Joseph Morrison for the Alpiners, one of the 2 hot young talents coming through in this competition. Shea McAleese, the captain today. Stephen Jenis got on the score sheet yesterday, 250 games he's played for New Zealand, 91 goals he scored. Joe Hanks, Sam Hiha, boy, he saw the best of him in that game yesterday. Patrick Matter back in the lineup today. Dane Lett, the co-captain of this team. Brad Reed, another New Zealand representative. Jacob Smith, 2 goals yesterday. He's leading the goal scoring in this league. 86 games. Harry Muskimen. Dylan Thomas, the tall, long-limbed Dylan Thomas. Callum Olsen and Trent Lent round out this team. In all, there are 9 Black Sticks players in their squad as well. And their coach, Mike Delaney, will be back with the start of this match in just a moment.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
gods. Can you believe it?
Gallagher Hockey Centre, home of the 2020 Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, all set for the Falcons Mavericks clash. And it's going to be the Falcons to start the game. They're in the black and yellow. And here's Jacob Smith, who's been in red-hot form. Can't link up with Jennings or Dylan Thomas down that right flank. So the Mavericks have it all to do. Can they somehow stop this very impressive march towards the title by the Falcons? And of course the men's Falcons team, if they can do it, they'll do the double. The women's team won the women's championship on Sunday. Marcus Child now for the Mavericks.
Yep, certainly done a few things right in that central region, or central capital region over the years. So it's not by accident that they've got a number of talented players in both the women's and men's program.
Oh, it's superb work coming through there from Rhys Gibbs. He found a way through. Yeah, and it's not just the established players too, Lincoln. There's some very impressive young talent coming through as well. Sean Finlay, we talked of him. There's some really good women's players coming through who are all around age 19, 20. It's exciting for New Zealand hockey.
Yeah, no, it's certainly very good when you've got some regions churning out some good young players. It all bodes well for the future.
Very solid and methodical start here for the Mavericks. Nothing too risky early as Simon Child just flicks it on to his brother. Marcus Child holding it in the corner. Nice pass. But it's cut out by the Falcons, who have defended very well in this competition. They've been very good at both ends of the pitch. Now with McAleese organising the defence and getting it straight downfield to Jacob Smith. This has been one of the hallmarks. Now Wilcox is in space. Into the circle comes Wilcox. Flicks it across. And it's nicely cleared away by McIntyre. Hanks crashes it in. McIntyre got a stick on it again. And Woods gets rid of it.
Yeah, nice counter-attack by the Falcons. Really well executed. Good aggressive run forward by Matt Wilcox and a good pick-up. Nearly drew a penalty corner with the carry he made into the circle.
Smith trying to get around that defender, Punchier, but Daniel Punchier has done well. He'll leave it to his brother, who was sorely missed in that game yesterday. Aaron Punchier, of course, 287 games for the Vantage Black Sticks.
Be interesting to see how the Mavericks go, just trying to breach this Falcons press. Certainly been felt of the four teams. There's certainly been the hardest press to break through or break down.
Interesting to see Simon Child dropping back into the midfield at the moment too again, Lincoln. This was a tactic we saw yesterday as well.
Yeah, certainly worked a little bit better for them when he did. He's been struggling a little bit in that area of the park, the Mavericks, in terms of finding guys to get on the ball and be available.
Marcus Child cut out nicely by Dane Lett. Now Smith back deep in his own half. Reed. McAleese. Lett. Nice pass to Joe Hanks. Free hit to the Falcons.
Yeah, really nice little bit of play there between McAleese, Lett and Hanks, just working their way out of the pressure that the Mavericks were applying.
McAleese.
Good pick up there by Maxwell and Smith. Brad Reed is watching him on the ball there at the back. He's very busy feet. Very good on the. I feel like he'd be very good on the dance floor. Just has a real way of moving. Can't substantiate that. I've never seen him on the dance floor, but it looks like it could go quite well.
I agree with you. Olsen losing it. Now Wyndham Smith again. Didn't play yesterday. Good to see him back in there today, the 22-year-old. Under-21's rep from last year for New Zealand.
Good young talent, Max Wyndham-Smith, so might add a little bit of punch to the Mavericks forward line. They just were, mentioned that yesterday, they just looked like they were running out of ideas a little bit around the edge of the circle, so a player of his ability might just add something.
Nick Woods. It's right across to Simon Child, who's passed accurately, but unable to be gathered there by Oliver McIntyre. Free hit against the Falcons, and now the Mavericks will have more possession. Can't slow it down. They want to play at a slower pace, don't they, the Mavericks? I think that might suit them better.
Yeah, well, it's about just getting control of the ball and holding possession for a period of time. They certainly want to avoid real turnover contest and lots of great ball in by Simon Child.
Wasn't it? And that was good work. Iswa on the near post. But to be fair to Dom Dixon, he had that one covered, didn't he, Lincoln?
Yep, he did. He's answered the questions that have been asked of him pretty well throughout this league.
Cohen's lost it. Curley, there goes a beautiful ball into the area. Can't get a shot away though. Shea Iswa. Great ball from Woods into the circle though, wasn't it?
Fantastic pass by Nick Woods, and just want, it's the sort of moments the Mavericks just need to do a little bit better. Ball from Woods, fantastic, and Iswa's touch and shot just not efficient enough.
Well, that was lifted into the circle by Wyndham-Smith. But promising signs for the Mavericks early in this game.
Yeah, certainly started better than they played yesterday.
Yeah, look at the pressure there. And Keeney comes away now. Oh, there's a good tackle from Lett. Good to see the Mavericks keen off the ball there.
Yeah, I think Cousins will be happy with the way his side started this match. They're certainly looking like they're here to make this a contest.
But keeping things going will be the key for them. Multiple subs being injected into the game. Sam Hiha on the ball here for the Falcons. Easily cut out there by, I think that's Curley. Oh, he's lost it though. In fact, it's Neal losing it to Hiha. McIntyre. Shepherding this one back right to the baseline. He's looking for that free hit off Hiha. Stick, it's gone horribly wrong here. Hiha, great skills into the circle. Still here. Opportunity still there for the Falcons. They're looking for a penalty corner. They're not going to get one, and that's well done by Sarakaya.
Quick hands by Sarakaya, protecting his feet well with his stick, coming out with the pill. Falcons, they do quite well, so they shift the ball around the back here, just changing their shape. Right defender pushing up the line, midfielder dropping back in, just asking little questions of the Mavericks press.
Van Workham earning a couple of free hits for his team. Now McAleese, target of that one was Hiha. Nice pass again from Woods, and Iswa will give it back to Nick Woods, and now they'll control it again. Woods attempted to go long, and
he was looking for a lead.
He was, wasn't he?
Just never came.
He looked keen, didn't he? Likewise, McLean. Now McIntyre. Daniel Punchia plays it into the foot there of that Falcons player. It's a quiet first quarter so far.
It's a Good pass, good position from Curley.
Keeney comes out high. Now into the attacking quarter. And Woods will back it out again.
It's definitely more like it from the Mavericks. There's good movement going on here. There's people offering. They're looking a bit more accomplished on the ball at the moment.
McIntyre, and the patience of them is noticeable today. That's a good pass. And Woods is running now. Nick Woods to the circle. And penalty corner conceded. First of the game. And the Mavericks get the PC.
Well, you mentioned it there, Glenn. I mean, the patience was the thing that was quite noticeable, which I don't think something we've really seen from them in other games. And when you do that, it means you can get guys like Nick Woods picking the ball up in the attacking part of the pitch, running at the circle. And whereas too often when you don't hold the ball for long enough, you don't get the key guys into key areas, and you end up just belting it from miles away, hoping for the best. So that sort of patient build-up, so see more of that kind of stuff.
Now, Woods has been very good from penalty corners in this tournament. Lincoln, he's wearing 15 and he's hovering again. Let's see if the ball goes to Nick Woods. Yes, it does. And he scores! Nick Woods is on fire in the penalty corners, and the Mavericks take the lead.
Yep. Well worked, a little change there. Nick Woods starting on the narrow bracket and then just shifting across to the wide bracket. You can see him move across there, and he's picked this up, and it looks like he's just drilled that straight in what we call the old 5-hole, right down the middle between the keeper's pads. Can be a very difficult place to make a stop. As I just watched the replay here, yep, was right in the 5-hole. Down the middle of the high diddle-diddle.
So, it's 1-0 to the Mavericks.
I think that's why they call it the 5-hole, because you
can't say that. Yeah.
It's just way too wordy.
Yes.
When you're trying to get some communication out from the bench as to where you want them to put the flick, because that's what they do. The coaches will give instructions as to where they should put the flick.
Good press here too from the Mavericks. And the Falcons finding it difficult to get it over the halfway line. They've finally done so now. Van Workham.
So I see Darren Smith saying, I want you to put this down the middle of the high diddle-diddle.
Yes.
Unlikely. Could easily get misconstrued.
Oh, this is jeepers. That had needed to be controlled, and it was well controlled by the Mavericks. Gee, it needed to be, and Curley almost losing it over the sideline there.
Yeah, just an opportunity perhaps there for Curley to throw that ball forward. Just maybe a little bit braver there. There was an opportunity for them to get it behind the defence.
Marcus Child holds it back. And a nice deflection from Jenis. Could open up here for Dylan Thomas. It's at Jacob Smith's stick. Now Van Workham. This is Finlay coming forward. He's not shy running at the defence despite his tender age. Dane Lett's fast, but not quite that fast from Finlay, and he's frustrated. It was potentially building something there for the Falcons.
Dane Lett will certainly take that compliment.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if he played back this footage later on.
Yes. Put it on a show reel.
We've called him fast and make sure that gets into the...
Well, I like to see the positive side of people. Lincoln, oh, speaking of that, here comes Smith into the circle, but back in a flash. It's McIntyre.
But lucky to get away with that, the Mavericks. They were at 6s and 7s there.
Punch here. Well, there's no option there. He quietly reverses it back to McIntyre. And now Marcus Child. Fraser.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to open up the other side of the field from there, the Mavericks.
Child plays a great-looking ball right down the sideline. That's a cracking pass. And Reece Gibbs wins a free hit as we closing in on the end of the first quarter. Reece Gibbs again.
Perhaps there's a chance here for the Mavericks to just try and earn another penalty corner. They'd certainly like that with the form that Woods is flicking.
Here's Woods. Hard and fast, too hard and fast for Punchia, who can't control it. Dylan Thomas, Jacob Smith leaking over the halfway line as Jenis gives a lovely little ball over to Finlay. Finlay, there's the cross, but no one there, and Punchia happy to concede the long corner. In fact, the free hit was conceded before the ball entered the circle. So Finlay, and that hasn't gone the 5, or hasn't...
yeah, that's right, hadn't gone 5 before it was played to the circle.
So, Mavericks.
Sometimes in those situations, players see a pass and they get a bit excited and forget the rule.
Let's got it. Umpire wants to come back, but the Falcons have got 8 seconds to get something cooking here, and that has not touched a stick. It's going to be Mavericks ball, who will just wait for the hooter and complete arguably their best quarter of this 2020 Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League. A very, very solid quarter of hockey there from the Mavericks, who enjoy a 1-0 quarter-time lead rather over the Falcons.
Yeah, much more like it from the home side. It's the sort of performance they're certainly capable. They've certainly got in their lock-up. So they'll take some encouragement from being able to put that onto the pitch. And as we see the goal here, as we mentioned, a little changeover. Woodsy coming onto the wide bracket and just really just getting Dom Dixon for speed. And, just changing the line, which does make things a little bit harder. It's kind of gone a little bit through the feet of the first runner as well, so it would have made it a little bit harder for Dixon to pick it up. Probably the run here from Olsen, not the best first running you'll see throughout this competition, just turning his back a little bit. Need to probably stay stronger and hold his stick and keep his stick next to his legs and provide a bit more of a block.
That's interesting, that stat there. No shots on goal for the Central Falcons. Now, I know Nick Wilson's not playing in this game, but Jenis and Smith have hardly touched the ball. And you've got to credit the Mavericks for denying those guys the ball, Lincoln.
Yeah, they've look better organised. I mean, one of the key factors is that the Mavericks have held the ball for themselves for much bigger periods of that quarter. I mean, certainly, Nick Wilson, he just does add so much to this Falcons side. It's not just his ability on the ball, it's all the things he's doing off the ball. The way he moves, the way he compromises the defence, the way he sets other players up. So he is a big cog to have missing. So it does make a little bit of a difference for them not having him out there. I mean, they've still obviously got plenty of talent without Nick Wilson on the park, but it'll be just interesting to see if they can find their rhythm, find the cohesion a little bit. Quick restart here. Yeah,
Smith racing upfield with these Mavericks players everywhere, but they have conceded the free hit. That's good play from Jenis and Smith.
You just wonder what's going on there. There's just no excuse to being caught out off a hit-off. I mean, you'd know it's coming about 5 years before it does, and all of a sudden the Falcons are charging up the middle of the pitch with Jacob Smith and Steve Jenis. Maybe might want to be a little bit better organised next time around.
Woods. Puncher, there goes the guided pass downfield, and it's worked out for the Mavericks. They'll get the ball again. Hauraki and McIntyre over there. Now they switch to the other side, Daniel Punchia. They try the same tactic with Child and Marcus Child and Jared.
Just got to be quicker there. Like the first pass was a good one, and just Daniel Punchia just needed to be quicker to get the ball down to Marcus Child, because Child could have really attacked the outside had that happened.
Oh, it's still there. Hauraki back to Child. Is it gone in? It's off the line. So close to another goal as Fraser picks up the dregs, and there's a free hit.
Must have been close.
Geez, you back Simon Child to get those in 6 out of 7 times a week.
That's very interesting. He hasn't blown a penalty corner for that.
No.
I think that was for not being 5. In that situation, you would normally think a penalty corner would come.
Well, there were appeals for one. Jenis got away with it. Now Hauraki drifted over to the other side of the field, but there's plenty of Falcons players shutting down the angles, plugging holes in the circle. Woods. There's good urgency to this Mavericks team in this game. Aiden Hauraki back to Aaron Panchia.
Yeah, doesn't he make a difference, Aaron Panchia?
Very solid
for the Mavericks.
Marcus Child can't control it. It's off his foot, and it's going to be Falcons' ball. Let over to Jenis. Now Smith. Smith running at the defence. Into the circle. It's gathered though by McIntyre, and it's going to be a long corner. Danglet to take it. Brad Reed. And now McAleese. Wilcox. McAleese. Mike Delaney too, I think. Well, yeah, coach never enjoys his team being down, but they have been dominant. It'd be interesting to see. He'd be keen to see how his teams respond. Players all respond to this pressure at the moment. And it's lost by Trent Lett.
Yeah, certainly it is. It's all very well when the wind is in your sails, isn't it? But harder when you're up against it, which is what they find, the position they find themselves in here.
Woods. Marcus Child, we've seen plenty of ball in this game so far. Now Fraser. Simon Child touches it back to his brother. What a cracking pass that was. But there are 3 Falcons players there. They've conceded the free hit.
It's noticeable the number of times Simon Child's able to do that. Just have to be really aware of his option before the ball comes and make a good one-touch pass.
Woods plays it into the circle. This could go anywhere. Could be a penalty corner. It is. Good play by the Mavericks.
Yeah, well worked. Again, a good patient build-up. A little bit of a... That ball came a bit loose. The Falcons just panicking a little bit and reaching in, giving away the PC.
Well, we know how good the Mavericks have been from penalty corners, Lincoln. Hey, it'll be It'll be interesting to see if they can convert this and take a 2-0 lead. Everyone around here will have both eyebrows raised if that happens. And it's going to be Woods again. Gone high and right this time. Penalty stroke. It's a stroke as Xander Fraser tried to get it in, but there's been a stroke awarded.
Yeah, I think, my guess what's happened here is I think Dom Dixon saved it, but on to Shea McAleese on the goal line. So I think that's what it was for the hitting the body of the defender. Certainly no complaints coming from the Falcons.
Well, here's the stroke. So it's going to be Simon Child against Dom Dixon. (2-0). And the Mavericks double their lead. And now we've got a real interesting contest on our hands.
That was my go-to stroke that Simon Child just did there. A little feint, put it in the bottom right-hand corner. I don't think he let it off me, but see him just shaping and just slides it off the stick into that corner. And Dom Dixon moved with the initial, bought the feint.
It's all about deception.
Here again and just not right in the corner, but didn't need to be. Sold the keeper with the movement.
Well, fair play to the Mavericks in this game. They have been the better of the 2 teams so far. Hanks, poor pass, easily picked off. And now Max Wyndham-Smith can't control that one. What do you reckon here, Lincoln? Are we seeing a team in yellow and black knowing that they're in the final and putting out a performance which kind of equals that, if you know what I mean?
I think that's exactly what we're seeing. I think they're very far from their best at the moment.
Oh, well, there's an example of an easy interception, and now kneeled.
Yeah, and what's compounded it is we're actually seeing the best hockey the Mavericks have played through the league so far. So as you mentioned earlier, showing much more patience with the ball, looking for their opportunities. The movement's better. Got guys offering up. Plenty of options, so they've just playing much better hockey. And they've got the Falcons on the back foot here.
Big time. Woods wide on the left at the moment, and now controlling the game. Happy to knock it around at the back to Aaron Punchia. Now Simon Child high in the corner there.
Yeah, and you can't underestimate how much they missed Aaron Punchia yesterday, having a guy with his experience, not only defensively, but also on the ball, just helping organise play, marshalling people around, choosing the right options to take. Another turnover here. That'll be called dangerous against the Falcons.
Well, they're pressing high up. The pitch has been really good too. Well, that's a shocking pass, and Hiha in all sorts of space here. Here's a big chance for the Falcons. Sam Hiha. Oh, he's lost control of it. Well, yesterday he would have buried that.
Clutch touch by Cam McLean. Geez, he did well there.
And kneeled.
A bit of egg and spoon there from Tim Neild.
Indeed. Cut out by Muskimin. And now Hiha gets another chance. Wilcox. Wilcox, beautiful pass into Hiha, who just can't get a connection on it. But lovely play from Wilcox.
Yeah, lovely little bit of play from the two Hawke's Bay men there. Yeah, it's just the other. Yeah, as you say, the Mavericks certainly press looks to be better organised, getting the Falcons under a little bit of pressure, turn the ball over more, and as that starts to happen, they start to second guess themselves a little bit. Confidence starts to go.
Passing's been good too.
Mavericks right on top here.
Of course. Just as I say that, McIntyre finds the sideline with a pass.
It's just one of those passes I just think you just wish people wouldn't throw. It was, even if he'd received it, he was running towards the sideline on his reverse with the defender on his back. Just, you're not under pressure, just shape to give it and don't give it. Just a hiding's nothing there.
7 minutes to go. Remember, the Falcons have won all 4 of their games to date, including a 6-2 win over the Mavericks in the first game. Although 3 of those goals were scored when the Mavericks didn't have a goalkeeper for an entire quarter. So maybe the score a little misleading there. But nonetheless, 4 wins from 4 is impressive, particularly the way the Falcons played yesterday.
Yeah, and the Mavericks showing here, like it does make, this is something the Tridents have just struggled with. Their penalty corner conversion rate would be the worst in the competition comfortably. And the Mavericks here are 2-2. Which, you know, you could easily find yourself with all this dominance and you don't score either of your corners and you're still sitting at 0-0. So that's certainly something they've got right. I owe that a lot to Nick Woods.
He's been one of the players of the tournament so far, hasn't he? He's proving very valuable for the Mavericks. Kenny with the ball. Just flicked it a little too strongly for Haid.
Yeah, very hard thing, isn't it, for the Falcons? Yeah. Just even though I'm sure Michael Delaney would have been telling his team, I don't care that we're already in the final. Our performances matter and we want to keep ourselves on the front foot. It is always in the back of the mind. It's just in the back of the mind. We're already...
Well, 2-0 is the score. And you can't help think now that thought comes closer to the front of the mind now, Lincoln, for the Falcons. But on the other side of the field, of course, it's very important the Mavericks go on and win this game. keep in touch with the Alpiners.
Yep, certainly put the pressure back on the Alpiners and did well there, Malcolm Curley. And
green card.
Shea McAleese just not quite timing the challenge there. And
it was a bit clumsy, wasn't it?
A little bit too much contact. It was one of those ones that had it come off, he might have won the ball in a key area, but just didn't quite get it right.
It's good skills there going into the circle there from McLean, but it's been defended. Fraser trying to get the ball there for the Mavericks. It's Finlay trying to get it. Muskimen having a bit of trouble with Xander Fraser.
A little bit of a mess down that corner. So the Falcons having to do things here for 2 minutes without
their captain,
the general at the back, Shea McAleese.
Dylan Thomas chasing this one. If he can get this one, it'll be great stuff, and he's done so. And then he did all the hard work there, didn't he?
It's not the most, not the worst period of time Shea McAleese has spent on the sideline. He was once sent off at Hatch Cup level for one of the Hawke's Bay parents yelling at the ref. Very frustrating for the young, what would have been an 11 or 12-year-old Shea McAleese.
Appeals for a penalty corner go unanswered.
It looked like there might have been a foot there.
Yeah.
Pretty harsh punishment, isn't it, to be ref being heckled by a parent and the captain of the team is sent off.
Absolutely. Simon Child plays it back to Nick Woods.
It wasn't Shea's dad either. If it had have been, at least it would have been sort of... Simon Child.
How good was that from Simon Child? It's just audacious.
It is. Just, imagine if someone had got on the end of that. Just needed someone to... Sometimes with a guy that just plays with the instinct that Simon Child plays with, it's very hard for other guys to anticipate what's going to happen.
Of course. You almost need two Simon Childs out there.
That is right.
Here comes Woods with a authoritative run. A good pass to Fraser. Well, he got too tricky for himself there, Xander Fraser. Now Lett. Gives it to Jenis.
4-on-3 here.
Being pretty quiet in the game so far. Daniel Panchia. Well done from Daniel Panchia there. He's got the team possession. The Mavericks as we close in on half-time now. 2 minutes to go. Woods. Fraser. Couldn't link up there with Curley.
Important couple of minutes this for the Mavericks. They will not want to let the Falcons back into this match.
Van Workham gets around Simon Child, and there's the ball into the circle, but it's going in untouched. Just couldn't quite get the little nudge on it.
Good little receive and roll there from Van Workham.
Woods just throws it out, so the Falcons can they pinch one back. Thomas. Yes, good work by Nick Woods and Fraser, but Thomas lost 15 metres, but he still retained the ball.
Yeah, he just got there in time, Nick Woods. It was almost a little bit, almost a little bit a la yesterday against the Alpiners, where they allowed it in the exact same spot on the field, actually. Kane Russell to receive the ball and just roll forwards and pick off Hugo Ingles for what was a pretty decisive goal in that match. So Woodsy just getting enough pressure on.
Finlay controls it at the top of the circle. Chance for a penalty corner, and unfortunately it's not going to work out.
Greenfield getting the call, and Nick Woods wanted it earlier. But again, in Greenfield's defence, it's just such a tough ask for the umpire at that end of the field at this time of night. He is looking straight into the sun, and it's good to see Tim Bond, done it a few times in this match, really doing his best to help Gareth Greenfield out when he can see what's happened.
Last few seconds now of this first half, and there it is. A very good half of hockey for the Hauraki Mavericks. who have rocked the Central Falcons in this first half. The unbeaten Central Falcons, it's the Mavericks, through goals from Nick Woods and Simon Child, who lead 2-0 at halftime.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
Introducing the new Ford Escape ST Line X. Packed with the latest features so you can get moving, do more, and go further. Now available with the Ford Assured Future Value Finance offer. Simply pick your payment plan and at the end of the term, choose if you want to keep your Ford Escape, return your Ford Escape, or upgrade to a new Ford. Easy. Ford. Bring on tomorrow.
Perth to Chris Warner. Come in, Chris Warner.
So, Egypt, exciting.
It's been my lifelong dream to see the sunrise over the pyramids. Oh, it's silly, really.
Not at all. The room, it must be 502.
More than ever, we need our parents to be more supportive
so we can go out there and have some fun.
We're on a mission to find some of our most famous sport parents.
To give our parents some helpful advice.
So do you think you'll be able to help us out?
Absolutely. When I played sport, it was all about having fun.
Talk about the effort they win and not about the fact that they won the game.
Try and encourage our kids to get involved in as many sports as possible.
We want to build kind, strong, resilient athletes.
They see and watch your behaviour all the time. They see everything.
You know, don't pressurise them and trying to make them improve too quickly.
Kids coming in with a lot of overtraining injuries.
They're not supposed to know how to have the winning mindset at the age of 12.
If they come off that field or come off that court with a smile on their face, then I'm a happy man.
We came up with 10 golden rules
for being an awesome sport parent.
To check them out, go to besportive.kiwi.
Half-time here as the lights start to take effect, and it's the Hauraki Mavericks with perhaps a surprising little lead here over the Central Falcons, 2-0. Goal from penalty corner in the first quarter to Nick Woods, their captain, and then Simon Child from the penalty stroke in the second quarter. Let's go downstairs and get some halftime reaction. Now go down to Lincoln Churchill.
Here with Mike Delaney of the Central Falcons. So, Mike, not the start you've been looking for?
No, a little bit disorganised across the pitch, and I think a little bit of fatigue through the lads as well, so we're looking to tidy that up, that's for sure.
Yeah, always a little bit tough when you're in the back of your minds. I guess you know you're already in the final. Is there a little bit of that in there for the boys?
No, I don't think so. We're just trying a few things. You don't want to show all your cards before you get to the final round, so a few things for us just to focus on and build on, so we're just trying a few things, and we'll see how it goes in the second half.
All the best.
So there he is. Let's have a look at the stats. Just one shot on goal.
Yes, mate.
For the Central Falcons, and just 3. Not too many in the game so far, but the real features we touched on is the effectiveness from penalty corners for the Mavericks, who've actually had 2 penalty corners in the game. Let's go back to Lincoln Churchill for reaction now from the Mavericks.
So Dean Cousins of the Mavericks, that's a bit more like it from your team.
Yeah, it's pleasing. Obviously, the scoreline makes you feel a little bit better about things. And I think, we have done some good hockey. There's just some simplicity about how we're playing, which is really pleasing, but I still feel like there's plenty more in us.
Yeah, and a couple of good flicks from Nick Woods, but homework looks like it's been done with the penalty corners.
Yeah, it's pleasing. Like, Nick's had a really good tournament to date with his corners. I think he'd be the top goal scorer, so pretty keen to see a few more corners for us. It'd be nice.
Yeah, well, hopefully he can get through this one.
Dean Cousins, the coach of the Mavericks. So 2-0 as the players come back onto the pitch for the second half. And just remind you of that points table too. The Central Falcons unbeaten with 4 wins and 16 competition points. And if the Mavericks can go on and win this game, they'll join the Alpiners on 10 points, who had a comfortable win over the Tridents by 5-1. There's the first goal by Woods. You see a good shot of theirs straight under the legs there of Dom Dixon. And then an infringement from a penalty corner, saw a penalty stroke awarded, and Simon Child made no mistake as he sent Dixon the wrong way, and that doubled the lead. Simon Child, of course, got a bit of X factor about him, hasn't he, Simon Child? Makes no mistake from the penalty stroke. So 2-0. It's all to do for the Falcons if they want to preserve their unbeaten record here in this Premier League. And don't forget, we have one more round of matches coming on Saturday. They'll be played at 2 o'clock and at 12 o'clock. And then that will lead us into grand final day on Sunday. Well, just before we start here, in fact, let's confirm those matches for Saturday. The Tridents and the Mavericks are first up at midday. And then we'll have a cracking match between the Falcons and the Alpiners. The red-hot Alpiners have been fantastic in their last 2 matches, and the Falcons, perhaps up until this half, have been very good as well. So will we see a precursor to the final on Sunday between these 2 teams? We will see. Well, just before the second half starts, it's a pleasure to welcome into the commentary position Darren Smith, the coach of the Black Sticks men's team. Thanks for joining us, Darren. First of all, congratulations on winning the women's title with the Central Falcons.
Yeah, really enjoyable week. Good to get the win on Sunday, but also just thoroughly enjoyable. Good group of girls, real talent. And I thought throughout the tournament, the tournament was pretty even. All 4 teams were competitive, and for us, we managed to knock over the Tridents at the end, so it was good fun.
How did you enjoy, just before we talk about the men, how did you enjoy coaching women, Darren?
Well, I mean, I've got a little bit of experience. I coached the Irish women for a number of years before Graham Shaw took them over. And, I don't think there's too much difference. They work hard. They're willing to take coaching. They really, I thought, had a good group. We have Kayla Whitelock in the middle, and things settle down pretty quick, but also some of those young strikers that have come into the Black Sticks and shown some real quality over the last 12 months. So a real treat to get to see them up close and watch their talent.
I need to ask you about Olivia Shannon. she's just 20, but she's got all the attributes to be a very fine hockey player for New Zealand, isn't she? She's big, she's imposing, she's fast, she's enthusiastic. She's got a great career in front of her if she wants it, Darren.
Yeah, look, I agree with that. Look, she's already showing outstanding quality at such a young age. I mean, she's 20 years old, and the comfort and skill and ability that she shows, she has got such a big future. And she's one of many. I mean, there's some in a few of the other teams as well. I really enjoyed watching a few of those Trident players, and they showed quality and a real bright future, I think.
All right, we better talk about the men, because that's what you're all focusing about now. First question about the men. I mean, this is the 10th match of 14 that we're going to have. Are you generally happy with the players that you want to see in form and where they're at, given it's been a pretty lean year for them match-wise?
Yeah, I am. And what I've been really happy with is that the opening weekend was going to take a while to settle. You know, that there was a false start with the lockdown in Auckland, so it meant that we had to wait until November, December to get this completed. So the first few games are always going to take a bit of time to settle, and you're also joining up some provinces. So, I mean, we're watching out here the Falcons, which, you know, is the central region and capital, you know, so they take a little bit of time to gel as well, although the Falcons seem to gel pretty quickly last weekend. But overall now, we're seeing things a lot more structured, a lot more quality, teams starting to play to a bit more potential.
Well, no whistle as the ball's played into the circle. Hauraki there from Cam Haid. Nice little insurgence from Haid. And the Mavericks on attack here, and more defensive pressure coming here, and that's come off Let's foot. So here comes Hauraki again, and a good challenge there from Let. And now there's a breakout on here through Dylan Thomas. Janice up ahead of him. Can't get Janice the ball, and Aaron Punch here makes a good stop as we watch Simon Child win the ball for the Mavericks. Well, that's good, isn't it? Because, you know, and I guess players like Simon Child, we've got a number of experienced players out there. You know, I guess when this first game rolled around, Darren, and a bit like you with coaching the women's team, you know, when that first game rolled around, you're keen to get back going, aren't you, after 6 months rest, pretty much, forced rest? Yeah,
well, I mean, the first game was the Tridents and the Mavericks, so they were straight into it. I imagine there was a few nerves, and then we had a blockbuster with the Falcons and the Alpiners, who were both stacked with quality, played at 7 o'clock on that first day. So, yeah, there would have been a number of players that were just a little bit on their toes and looking forward to getting stuck into some hockey.
Well, Janice has gone down here with an injury. Looks like he might have copped a stray stick from Nick Woods. It's just a follow-through, I think, there, Darren, wasn't it? As Woods collected Janice. So let's hope Janice is okay. Well, where's he's been attended? What's the is your procedure now, Darren? You're full on selection mode now, selectors mode now, as you try and narrow down a squad before Christmas?
Yeah, I mean that's been full on for the last while, really. Just initially getting these teams together, and then now running the ruler over everyone and getting ready for the Tokyo Olympics. So there's plenty of competition and plenty of spots up for grabs. So that national squad we hope will be finalised just before Christmas, and then it'll be full steam ahead in January.
How many players are you looking to name before Christmas?
We'll name 25, so there'll be 25 contracted, but we'll also take an active interest in the ones that have performed here too, because, you know, Tokyo will come and go pretty quickly. It'll be 3 years until the next Paris Olympics, so it's a year earlier. There's a World Cup, there's a Commonwealth Games, so, you know, the show keeps marching on. So if you're not in that 25, it doesn't mean that very quickly you can't be in the black jersey and playing once the Olympics finishes, but obviously that's going to be our priority.
Well, McIntyre, good tackle coming in from Shea McAleese. Made plenty of those in his career. Beautiful tackle. So if you miss the 25, are you out of contention for the Olympics? Is that how it's going to work, or you can still kind of try and force your way in somehow?
We're going to have a couple of opportunities to give people a chance, and You know, certainly the bulk of the squad's going to come from the 25, if not all. You know, we're going to be pretty careful how we contract that 25, but of course there's always that chance that someone can play really well, and if they play well and they're in the top 16, then they need to go to the Olympic Games. So it's as simple as that.
And this is the beauty of this format too. Even though the Tridents can't make the final now, I mean, their Black Sticks players and fringe players will want to impress you. So you want to see 100% commitment right the way through to the end of Sunday from players in the Tridents, for example, right?
Absolutely. You know, it's top of the list is to pick the Tokyo team. It's also next on the list to uncover the group of talent that sit in the next layer, because Tokyo will finish quickly, and once you finish, you need to know who the next guys that are going to perform in the black jersey are.
McAleese and Woods, and now McAleese can bring this forward here for the Falcons.
Jeez, a big clash between those two in the first half when they ran into each other. I was thankful I was retired.
Darren Smith with us here in the commentary position, folks, the Vantage Black Sticks men's team, and we can move on to talking about your schedule now. Darren, obviously still a lot up in the air as we see a crash ball come in here. Let's wait just a second. Hee-ha, saved by Hayward, flicked in there, and it's Jacob Smith again, who can't stop scoring goals for the Falcons, and the Falcons get one back.
When you're a man that stands in front of the goalkeeper and gets yourself into goal-scoring positions like he does, and many of the others do, then you'll score goals, and he scored a lot of them like that.
Yeah, good play from Jacob Smith. Wonderful ball in from Reed here. That created all the problems. It was beautifully gathered there by number 13, Sam Hee-ha, who is starting to show up strongly in these games now. So well done to the Falcons. They're back in the contest 2-1. And we'll see how the Mavericks respond now. Now Smith is going to pinch one from Panchia. And this could open up for Lett. Oh, it's there for Hayward. Still there for Hee-ha. And he's got another one. Sam Hee-ha. And just like that, in a blink of an eye, we are locked up. Wow.
They always threaten on the counter, the Falcons. They've counter-attacked well the whole Premier Hockey League. And that was another one where they gathered the ball in the midfield, go from A to B nice and quickly, and a good finish from Sam Hee-ha after a good save initially from Hayward.
Yeah, Hayward would have liked to have cleared that one with a bit more authority, looking at it on the replay again. But Hee-ha, credit to him, he got it in the goal. So really, you can hear the chatter now, Darren. Isn't it interesting? Yeah?
Yeah, well, the first half I thought the Mavericks were good. They had a bit about them. They knew the game was important. They want to get points out of this and keep themselves in the hunt. And I thought potentially the Falcons were thinking about maybe Sunday because they've done so well and been unbeaten. But it's been a different story since half-time, and there's a bit more intent about this Falcons outfit.
Here comes Woods. Just get onto the schedule for the Black Sticks in just a moment. Yes, clearing away by Dixon. Penalty corner conceded. Mavericks have been dangerous from penalty corners. Let's see if they can continue that run in just a moment. Let's get on to the schedule. A lot up in the air, Darren, obviously. What are you looking for minimum-wise next year? Once the squad is announced just before Christmas, then what do you hope will happen?
Well, I mean, what you would love is that there's a bit of open travel between Australia and New Zealand. If that can happen, it just enables us to fill our program. I mean, it's unlikely we're gonna get full borders that are open and get into countries that have heat or an Aslan Shah or go to Europe. It just appears to be unlikely. But if we can get that Australia-New Zealand travel, it'll just fill our program nicely. We're going to be prepared. We could be internal as well.
Here's Sarakaya with the penalty corner. It's going to be Woods again. And he's done it again, Nick Woods. The guy's on fire. I don't think they should touch Nick Woods at the moment because they'll burn their hands. He is just blazing from the penalty corners.
Yeah, well, 4 from 4 because the only one that he's missed is the one that got mistrapped at the top of the D last night. And apart from that, he's scored the rest. You count that stroke as one of his as well. It had a bit of heat and hit the line stopper. So yeah, Nick Woods is he's really showing what he's got with the penalty corners.
Wow, what a fantastic third quarter we've got going here. 3 goals, and we're only halfway through it. It's pretty exciting stuff, folks. And now Janice is on the ball here and running. Just plays it into the foot there of Curley. There's Woods playing it back to Lett. Now Woods has lost his stick. Play on's the call though. Lett, into the circle they come. Smith loses it. Finlay in front of goal. Finlay still has it. And it's cleared now by the Mavericks. Well, only temporarily though, it seems, as Lett restarts play. Crashes it in, and that almost got deflected in by Jacob Smith for another goal.
Yeah, they've got to be really conscious, the Mavericks. They've come back well after conceding an equaliser. You want to see them keep playing. They've played such beautiful hockey in the first half, and you'd love to see them move the ball with the same quality that they did over that 30 minutes.
Well, here's hoping, Darren, if the borders do open, you can get cracking with Australia, but you said if it doesn't, you can get something internal going. I think Graham Shaw's thinking along the same lines, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the difference between us and the women's team is that they can line up and play men's teams or boys' teams, and that's good competition, and they can match up really well. For us, we will have to be pretty creative, a bit of modified competition, bring some players in, just make sure that we're setting up a camp that serves our needs, but is not going to be ideal in terms of finding an opponent. So that's the danger with an internal competition, but we know that, and we'll just be well planned and make sure we're ready for Tokyo no matter what.
Well, good on you, Darren. Thanks for popping up. Appreciate it. We'll let you get back to watching these games because I know you have to analyse absolutely everything with a fine-tooth comb. All the best, mate. Thanks for popping up. Merry Christmas and good luck on the water slide competition later on over Christmas. I hear it pretty mean.
Yeah, I'm defending champion.
There we are, Darren Smith. The Black Sticks men's coach as the Falcons come in, and very close to scoring was Van Workum. And it is still 3-2. Exciting quarter of hockey as we're rejoined by Lincoln Churchill. Oh, you've done well there, Lincoln. Darren, in his 5 minutes in the commentary box, scored 3 goals.
Yeah, it all happens when he's up here, doesn't it? Like, I mean, until the Mavericks got one back, I thought maybe Darren Smith had a bit of a curse on the Mavericks there. They were doing quite well when I was in the comments, man.
Well,
but Nick Woods again. Another great penalty corner flick from him.
How good has he been?
Pretty good conversion rate. 3 corners, 3 goals for the Mavericks.
Well, McAleese. Hanks back there now. 4.5 to go in this third quarter.
Interesting listening to Darren talking about some of the challenges that they face. Certainly trying to, if they can't travel, tough for the men's team to get competition.
Well, it won't be. But a lot of teams are like that, aren't they, Lincoln? It'll be interesting to see how the European teams will prepare for the Olympic Games if they can't play each other.
Yes, yeah. That seems... I think they'll probably have a little bit going on over there.
Child brings it into the circle. Marcus Child bounces it hopefully in under the legs there of Van Aert, who's actually in goal at the moment for the Falcons.
Yeah, it was a pretty good opportunity. It was a good play again by the Mavericks.
Wilcox holding it over there.
Yeah, I suppose the one pleasing thing which this competition has showed us is that there actually is a bit of depth around.
Haid! Oh, great save from Van Aert there. Wow, those were lightning reflexes. Take it back, Matt Van Aert there. Wow, how did he stop that? The New Zealand under-21s keeper.
Good little win there.
This was a great strike by Cam Haid. Boomski! And Van Aert.
He was equal to it.
Wasn't he? It looks so much easier on the replays, doesn't it, Lincoln?
Yeah, it's like everything slows down.
It's Child. Well, it's gone a bit haywire for the Mavericks. McAleese. Wilcox. Back to Hanks.
It's certainly got a bit more in it. Those goals, if they haven't done anything else, they've certainly got the Falcons a bit more interested in what's going on.
McAleese plays it forward down to Thomas.
Lively atmosphere down on the hockey pitch.
There is, isn't there now? Trent Lett. Oh, he's had a trouble with a shoelace now.
Just an amazing thing, isn't it, when you see some of these guys who are very, very athletic, coordinated individuals produce moments like that.
Yep.
Just shows that everyone's human.
Into the circle.
Another good intervention. I tell you what, he's had a very good defensive game, Campbell McLean, for the Mavericks. Another key touch. He made a very key play in a little goalmouth melee earlier in the quarter. He's been Johnny on the spot.
Woods plays it back to Punch here. Simon Child. Nicely threaded between two Falcons players there.
Yeah, well played, Simon Child. It's one thing he's offered a little bit. One thing the Mavericks in general have been a lot better at is their midfield has stepped up more today. They've been happy to receive the ball, and that's just helped them break through the Falcons' press.
Van Workham.
Please, Dean Cousins. I'm sure that's been something they've been trying to improve on. It's allowed them to enjoy more possession, play with more control.
Here goes the overhead pass from Muskimen. Van Workham brings it to Deck. Daniel, rather Panchia on him. Woods over there trying to disrupt the Falcons, and they've done a good job, those players.
Yeah, good lead from Van Workham. He's running to the corner of field with those braids bouncing. It's like he's sort of stepped off the set of the Avatar set.
Yeah.
Sakai just doing enough to hold off Matt Wilcox there.
Now, Curley. It's going to win a free hit.
Good to see Curley sort of just starting to grow in confidence a bit. Certainly starting to feature a bit more for the Mavericks today. Confidence on the ball.
Pass over to Campbell McLean. Now in the corner. Surge into the circle goes Reece Gibbs, but he's lost it over the sideline. It's going to be the Falcons' ball, but they'll look at the clock and see there's only 3 seconds, so they've said that's enough in this quarter. An exciting quarter of hockey there. 3 goals in that quarter. Great goals from Smith and Hiha for the Falcons to get them back into the contest, but then Woods, another lethal strike from the penalty corner, has them preserving their lead, but it's only by 1 goal.
Yeah, it was. I mean, those 2 central goals. I mean, jeepers, there was hardly any time between them. Just bang, bang, and suddenly it's 2-2. We'll see them here. So the first one, I mentioned that great pass by Brad Reed and Sam Hehart. That was a very, very good save by Leon Hayward in the first instance, but couldn't do much about that man, Jacob Smith.
Yeah, good stop there, but just couldn't get into a position, Hayward, to kick that clear. And then this goal from Hiha was top quality too.
He got a little bit lucky in the initial bit, missed the trap, and it just bounced kindly for him off Hayward's pads.
And then how good has Woods been? Number 15 from these penalty corners. First one was under the legs, that one in the left corner. High.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, you can see the way the Falcons are. Dane Lett running number 1 here. He does this job well, blocking the well, as you're looking at the camera there, the left-hand side of the goal. And so they're saying to Nick Woods, you can flick this way. So the goalkeeper Van Aert shifted that way, and he still got it past him.
So there are the stats. Penalty corners, actually 3 for the Mavericks.
Yeah, stats man missed one there. But interestingly enough, the Falcons actually up on circle entries there reasonably convincingly, 21-14. That was a much more productive period for the Falcons. I think that probably with the majority of their circle entries would have come in that quarter. So all on here, all to play for. The Mavericks, this is a very important quarter of hockey for them in the context of this league. If they can see this out, they get themselves right in the pitch-up for a finals berth.
Yeah, they sure do.
As an absolute minimum, they need to make sure they get a draw and get some points.
How are they going to play this, though? How do you think the strategically is the best way for the Mavericks to try and play this quarter out?
Well, I think it's about possession for them and that word patience, just waiting for their opportunities, keeping control of the ball, controlling the tempo of the game. The thing that they don't want to do, especially against the Falcons, is create a game of turnover tennis and the ball just going back and forth and allowing themselves to be laid bare or made vulnerable to the Falcons' counter-attack, which is a very, very strong attribute of their game. So I'd imagine you'll probably see them sit in half court quite a bit defensively, just to sort of preserve the legs and try and keep the defence nice and compact. And see them sitting in half court now, just saying to the Falcons, you can have the ball at the back, but we don't want to give you too much room up front.
Reed for the Falcons. Janice was the target. Janice just couldn't quite control that. He disappointed because he had it there.
Yeah, it's a sort of an interesting one because Logan McIntyre wasn't too far in front of him. It was just, he was a little bit put off by McIntyre's movement.
Well, good to see Janice back out there. Remember, he went off in that third quarter after getting that straight stick to the noggin from Nick Woods. Aaron Panchia.
He's got a hard head, Steve Janice, so I'm not surprised that he's bounced back from that one.
It's Daniel Panchia playing it forward. Sarakaya got McAleese on him. What's McAleese doing up there? Sarakaya coming back again.
He does that quite well, Shea McAleese, just promotes himself from free man.
Here goes Hee-Ha on a superb run to the circle's edge. Great pass to Thomas. Oh, the stick from Simon Child stopped him. Appeals for a penalty corner go unanswered for the meantime. And it's cleared away, but there'll still be opportunities for the Falcons. Near thing there.
Question about Shea McAleese, what's he doing up there? It's like, what was Simon Child doing back here?
Yeah.
Like, that was a key intervention.
Wasn't it?
From the black stick striker to get back and prevent Dylan Thomas from that clean shot on goal. What a... my favourite moment of that passage of play was Sam Hee-Ha's elimination of Daniel Panchia. He absolutely sold him up the river clean. Shape to pass and then the forehand drag. Woods showing his dance for skills to avoid getting hit on the foot there.
And there was a little left-handed play from Olsen in there too, which was pretty effective. So here's McAleese again.
Yeah, again, strong performance from Hea in this match. So his turn and shot resulted in the first goal to Jacob Smith on the rebound and then scored the second.
Let plays down to the corner. And that was Trent Lett, his brother, who couldn't get it in there. Nicely gathered by Brad Reed. That's very good play. Oh, Lett's lost it. Sarakaya's good on the ball here. Matt Rees-Gibbs with him. Sarakaya to the circle. Oh, that was on target, I reckon, and Van Aert deflected it away.
Got hold of it, Aiden Sarakaya.
Didn't he? Exciting play again. Now Simon Child.
Gave it a real Hauraki heave.
McIntyre. Here's McIntyre into the circle. Good tackle from Finlay.
Did very well there to not give away a penalty corner, Sean Finlay.
Didn't he?
And at the moment, giving away corners against the Mavericks.
I like conceding a goal, pretty much.
It's exactly like conceding a goal.
Yeah. Child.
He certainly featured more in today's match, Simon Child. We're starting to see the best of him at both ends of the pitch.
Yes,
he's mentioned earlier, made a very key defensive block on the Dylan Thomas shot.
Yeah, and it's good to see because Simon Child's got X factor. Woods keeps it in just. Aaron Panchia, cool head. The Black Sticks veteran at the back. Woods, and this is just good for the Mavericks, just to settle it down a bit, isn't it?
Yep, exactly right. The Falcons just holding off a little bit here. And good strength, good receipt from Tim Neild.
Simon Child doesn't connect with that one.
Neild has certainly featured a bit more today for the Mavericks. Been a good target in the midfield for them.
Hee-Ha. Simon Child's got that one though. Right, it's great to see Simon Child. He's been pretty quiet up until this game. He's going pretty good. Here's Cam Haid. Reed did a very good job there.
Yeah, he did well. He's been solid at the back for the Falcons today. Brad Reed.
Van Workum's lost it to the other number 4, Sarakaya, and played it up, and it's gone against Van Workum. He's Haid into the circle again. Goalkeeper's there. Van Workum needs to be composed, and Finlay too. Punchia will cool it off. Just drop it back into third gear for the Mavericks. Van Workum. Good hustle.
He did well.
Oh, didn't Punchia's little pass do well though. Great pass from Wyndham Smith. Now Simon Child.
He is.
Excellent work.
Good quality in the last quarter of this match. I mean, normally you start seeing a lot of mistakes creeping in as the bodies get tired, but both sides.
Check that control out from Sarakaya. There's the cross, but he couldn't quite get the angle on it to Iswa, who is lurking in front of goal.
Yeah, great receive by Sarakaya. So you see the Mavericks just pulling back into a half-court press here, allowing the Falcons to have the ball. It means they have no possession, but it just means they can get their layers nice and tight together, make it tough for the Falcons to have space as they bring the ball forward.
Woods trying to make a tackle. Harry Muskimen playing it down. A good ball down here. Now Jacob Smith. We've not really seen him in this quarter yet. It's Van Workum. Holds it in the corner. Muskimen. Led gives it back to Reed. Oh, that's fallen for number 5 for the Falcons. That's Cohen. Free hit conceded by the Mavericks. 7:20 to go.
Sort of a bit lucky, the body there. I mean, it hit him outside the circle, but he cleaned the ball up there. He could have had a penalty corner strung against him, but not to be for the Falcons.
Skimming and Finlay, and it's going to be off Marcus Child. No, it won't be off Marcus Child. It's going to be Mavericks ball.
Yes, I'd say Cousins would be pretty keen to see his side just settle a little bit here. Falcons certainly trying to up the ante.
They are, aren't they? They're pressing now.
They're really getting up in the grill of the Mavericks, trying to, they're tracing the game, so they're...
Woods.
And this is where the Mavericks need to see guys starting to present, offering targets, and there's a good example of it. Excellent work there from Malcolm Curley.
He has got the ball. Can't control that one. It's good work from Neild, but he's lost it to Hiha once more. Now Dane Lett. Here comes Finlay, who loves to run with the ball as well. Lett continues to plug that open space on that left-hand side. Switch the point of the attack nicely. Spread the field, as they say.
So excellent tackle.
Oh, wasn't it?
Smith.
They keep it in. Still there, in fact. McIntyre looking to win a free hit, and he's done so.
Just stayed strong enough against the tackle of Sean Finlay.
Wow.
You feel the way the Falcons are pressuring the Mavericks here, the way they're shifting the ball around with intent that before the end of this match, a chance will come.
Well, Aaron Punchy is not on the field at the moment too, Lincoln. I guess they'll be wanting him back on for those last crucial minutes. It's 5 minutes to go.
Certainly will be. He is a man that you want on the field when the crunch comes.
Well, there's his brother Daniel. Now McIntyre. That's a good ball across the field to McLean. Neild's been dispossessed. Good tackle coming in from Jordan Cohen, who's off and running. 20-year-old from Wanganui. Yeah, it's a good play from Keeney.
Yeah, good running back. Never underestimate the value in a backtracking striker.
Finlay tries to find a teammate, but Woods is there. Strong player, Nick Woods. Here comes Cam Haid again. Woods. Clever play.
It's so hard to take the ball off him, isn't it?
Yeah.
3 or 4 Falcons all over him.
I'll tell you what, MVP, of course, is up for grabs on Sunday too, Lincoln. The way Nick Woods is going, he'll be a strong contender for that prize. Dane Lett with the ball. Lett right in the corner.
Call from the sideline there was let it run, but it was always staying in, so he couldn't do that.
Oh, it's a good play from McIntyre.
Tell you what, he's played well today too, McIntyre. He's made a couple of key defensive plays.
Yeah, he played well yesterday too, didn't he? Well, he's a great run from Sarakaya. 3 players ahead of him. Oh, that was an ambitious ball to Cam Haid, wasn't it?
Oh, it's just such a shame because Aiden Sarakaya normally pretty good at keeping those on the deck. I mean, we saw the previous one where he was right on the baseline. He fired it just dead flat along the ground, but didn't really have the angle, and it went into the side of the goal. How he would like to have produced that flat hit then. With a couple of his teammates.
McAleese goes direct. Jenis can't get on it. You've got to give Mavericks defence credit. Jenis and Smith have had quiet games.
Oh dear, that's a horrible error.
Yeah, Wilcox off the
lack
foot.
Of communication there between Trent Leith and Matt Wilcox. Number 3 and 21, little man and big man.
Aaron Panchia back on there now for the Mavericks. Simon Child didn't direct that one particularly well, and Finlay's picked up the loose ball. Under 3 to go. Finlay! Bit of showtime there on Simon Child.
A little faint, wasn't it? Well, the Falcons have shown this tournament they can score late goals.
Well, they did that in the first round, didn't they? Yeah, well, that last second goal against the Alpiners. Here's McAleese right in the corner. 2:17 to go. If they can find an equaliser, we'll go to a penalty shootout. And that's nicely played by Simon Child.
He did well, not known for his tackling, Simon Child, but he did well enough there.
Well, there's almost 600 international caps between those two players. It's good to see them going one-on-one there for a second. Now Marcus Child, Sarakaya. Here's Sarakaya again. Oh no, it's gone against the Mavericks.
Little obstruction there. It was quite a nice play, but unfortunately deemed to be a shepherd.
Well, 1:40 to go. Maybe that was the break there that the Falcons needed to launch what might be one of their last attacks. Wilcox crashes it into the centre. Hee-ha! No, it's a penalty corner. It's a penalty corner.
It is a penalty corner. And I mentioned that the Falcons probably are going to summon another chance, and here it came.
Great
Crash
work
ball from
Wilcox.
And it's just that ball that's difficult. It's not too high to be dangerous from Matt. Well, I don't know that it was intentional. He just sort of hit it with a bit of a skip on it. And it just makes it very hard to deal with. And as Logan McIntyre tried to trap and control the ball, but just lifting up off his stick.
All right, this is
very
it, isn't it?
difficult to deal with. Yeah, all to play for here. 1 minute 30. And big penalty corner defensively here for the Mavericks. So Dylan Thomas and Jacob Smith. No Dane Lett on the pitch. It's their A1 option for the flick.
There's Jenis injecting. Oh, dear. Wilcox plays it back into Thomas. Thomas, can he make a second situation here?
Oh,
and he can't. Wow. The Falcons have blown it.
They have, and that's not the time you want to mistrap a corner. Just kind of sucks all the excitement out of it, doesn't it? But jeepers, tell you what, Nick Woods was all over Dylan Thomas like a rash there. Just very good defensive presence, just making sure there was no chance whatsoever for Dylan Thomas to pull the trigger there on that very dangerous reverse stick shot of his. Yeah, well played, Aaron Panchia.
Yeah, and he's just going to get rid of it. And Wyndham Smith tries to dispossess. I think that's Muskimen over there. Now, we've got 40 seconds for the Falcons. They've got the ball. Can they create a last-second goal again? Thomas is dispossessed by Child. Thomas takes it quickly. Oh dear, it's not controlled there by
the
Wilcox.
Mavericks will cleverly try and use up as much of these 23 seconds to restart the game here as they can. McIntyre will most probably overhead this. This will be a free hit to the Falcons.
Which it is. So, there's 10 seconds.
One chance to
Here comes McAleese, has got to crack this. There it goes. It's been deflected away. That might just about do it. Down to the last second. That's out of time. Thomas did well to get it to Hee-Ha, but the pads of Hayward were there. I think the time had expired regardless, but the Mavericks have won this game, and the Falcons lose for the first time in this Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League. A fantastic performance by the Hauraki Mavericks. They win it 3-2.
Yep. No, full credit to the Mavericks. Well-deserved victory. Good, much better performance from them, especially in the first half, and good character after conceding those 2 goals back-to-back within the space of a couple of minutes to then get back on the horse and clutch another goal back. So good strength of resolute strength of character from them.
So there it is, 3-2. The goals in the game coming to Nick Woods, who scored 2 goals from penalty corners, Simon Child from the penalty stroke, and the 2 goals for the Falcons, both coming in the third quarter, to Jacob Smith and to Sam Hee-Ha. So 3-2. That means the Mavericks now go to 10 competition points and join the Alpiners on 10, who earlier today took out the Tridents by 5-1. So, interesting times here at the hockey, and we'll be back to wrap up this one in just a moment.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
Introducing the new Ford Escape ST Line X. Packed with the latest features so you can get moving, do more, and go further. Now available with the Ford Assured Future Value Finance offer. Simply pick your payment plan, and at the end of the term, choose if you want to keep your Ford Escape, return your Ford Escape, or upgrade to a new Ford. Easy. Ford. Bring on tomorrow.
Yes, welcome back to the hockey, where the Mavericks have surprised the Central Falcons by 3-2. Very good win for them. Let's go down to the ground now and hear from Lincoln Churchill, who's got a very happy Mavericks captain with him.
Aaron Panchia, captain of the Mavericks. The type of performance we all thought you had in you.
Yeah, look, it was good to get a good 60 minutes of hockey and obviously get the 4 points to keep us alive. But yeah, keep getting better every game, and it's good to get a reward today.
Your heart must have been in your mouth when you conceded 2 goals in the space of about a minute, but good character shown from the boys?
Yeah, look, it keeps us on our toes. A couple of mistakes from myself there, but look, they're a good team and they've been the benchmark of the competition. So to get a tight one over them, hopefully we get another crack at them on Sunday.
Yeah, well, enjoy your rest tomorrow. And now the losing captain, Shay McAleese of the Falcons. So tough day at the office for the boys. Always a little bit difficult when you know you're in the final.
Yeah, but we had different goals as well that we wanted to set for today. Like obviously a good one would have been to go undefeated, and we obviously lost today, which isn't great.
You would have been pleased with obviously not the result, but the response after being 2-0 down?
Yeah, well, first of all, the first half was poor. As me in particular, I gave away two soft corners, and when they've got a world-class flicker like Woodsy, all 3 goals came through his ability to flick. But we did show some character in that second half to come back and fight back to 2-2. But then key moments again, we scored our second, they scored their third pretty quickly after that, and you can't afford to do that at this level.
And so you focus on Saturday again, a game that it'll just be on getting a good performance in, or?
Yeah, well, obviously every time you play, you don't play for a loss, and obviously we want to play really well to gain some momentum. What we have had in the tournament so far, we probably just took a couple of steps back. So good performance on Saturday, and then make sure we're gunning for Sunday.
You've been playing some good hockey, so looking forward to seeing you guys on the weekend.
Shay McAleese there. Let's have a look at the updated points table. The Mavericks still in third place, but they're on 10 points, but they do have a rather inferior goal differential against the Alpiners. That could come into play. We will see. But it's going to be interesting now to see how the Alpiners and the Mavericks, who are in this little duel, to see who will meet the Falcons on Sunday. So it all comes down to the last day of this round-robin competition, which is on Saturday. And the first game at 12 o'clock is clearly must-win for the Mavericks. They're playing the bottom team, the Tridents, who at times have shown they've been very competitive. And then the Alpiners might be in a position where they need to beat the Falcons to qualify for the final on Saturday. So that result just now has been hugely influential, or could be hugely influential on the outcome of the round robin. So there we are, folks. We hope you enjoyed both games today. The Alpiners triumphant over the Tridents by 5-1, and the Mavericks beating the Falcons 3-2. We'll see you on Saturday.
The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League is proudly brought to you by Hockey New Zealand in association with Sentinel Homes, Vantage Windows and Doors, Computer Concepts Limited, Sky Sport, your home for hockey, and Sport New Zealand. The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, live.